morning, good afternoon, good evening to all my wonderful and juicy and delicious little subscribers out there. And how I love you all so, and I hope that you're all super duper well, super duper wonderful and super duper delicious. And that life is treating you oh so deliciously wherever you are. So what do we do? 3, 2, 1, beam me up, my juicy little lights. Thank you, little lights, you delicious there and bright. Yes, they are, aren't they, my delicious little babies? Now then, what do we got? If it's raining, it's raining. It's rather windy out there, my delicious little babies. It's like blowing a gale in my neck of the woods in the old UK. Of course, it could be differing in other places. Okay, my delicious little babies. Now then, so it's just after 12 in the UK, my delicious little babies. And I want to start off by saying that, you know, we can only hope and pray with, God bless his dear little soul, not in that way, not in that way. Our dear Julian Assange, okay. Apparently, from what I hear, he's not very well at the moment. Apparently, God bless him, okay. I mean, I can only hope, please God, you know, which I always do, you know, that he's just going to be freed, please God, and thank you, you know, very soon, you know, so that he can be with his lovely little self, his lovely little family and everything. Do you know what I mean? And just be free from all of this. Do you see what I mean? Okay. But it is important to remember this, okay? And of course, you know, from what I was seeing over in London, well, the weather's pretty crap over there as well, my delicious little babies, okay? But like I said, it shows the state of affairs in our UK as well as other things, my delicious little babies. So please, dear God, and thank you. For those of you delicious little babies who already know, you already know. But for those delicious little babies who are not aware, Julian Assange was put away for, it appears, you know, being a true journalist and telling the truth, my delicious little babies, okay? And anyway, there's another video, so please, if we can all just please have our lovely little Julian Assange in our thoughts and prayers, please, and thank you, okay? For those of you who want to find out more, you know, you will be able to see videos on YouTube. You know, you only have to type in Julian Assange, do you see, okay? ASSANGE, Assange, okay? Now then, my delicious babies, yeah, there's also, you see, I've seen a video months and months and months ago to do with, he's called Edward Snowden. Now, he managed to, I mean, I'm not sure if he's still in Russia, but anyway, he managed to avoid going somewhere else, my delicious little babies, okay? But anyway, if you was to type into YouTube, my delicious little babies, Edward Snowden, okay, my delicious little babies. Now, I've seen a video this morning on BitChute, okay, and it's saying that, you know, it's just been released, but when I started to listen to it, my delicious little babies, I thought, hold on a minute, I thought, you know, that video's on YouTube. Okay, my delicious little babies, whether, you know, there's been other parts that have been moved around, you know, for anybody who's tech savvy, do you understand what I mean? But that video is actually on YouTube, my delicious little babies. I think it was about the time, I'm going back months ago now, I'm just trying to spare a thought here. I think it was actually about 45 minutes long, I think it was, on YouTube. So it's Edward Snowden, and then you'll be able to see who he is as well, my delicious little babies, okay? So anyway, let's get into this. Right, okay. So, yeah, that was yesterday. All my troubles seem so far away. The Beatles, wasn't it, my delicious little babies? I'm pretty sure it was. Anyway, my delicious little babies, now then, you know what I'm like. I like to have a sing song. My delicious babies. Oh, there's something else I want to tell you before I begin. Do you know what's happened, my delicious little babies? I'm not being too personal here. No, I'm really not, you know. I'm not being too personal, okay? Well, I do not feel I am anyway. My delicious little babies, okay? Well, I've noticed Because with me, I shave under my arms, okay? I tried all of the, somebody's thinking about me. I hope it's juicy and delish. I always say that, don't I? My delicious little babies, I hope it's something pleasant. Anyway, and over the years, you know, and decades, you know, you try all these different things. You try wax, you try, what's it called? It used to be called something else. Now it's called, mind you, it may have changed hands again. Nair. Okay, so I've tried all of that. But with me, I just like to do the good old-fashioned shave. Do you see what I mean? My delicious little babies, okay? It sort of wins, there we are, every time with me. Okay, my delicious babies. Anyway, and I've noticed of late, and I thought, what's going on? Because, you know, with me, my delicious babies, my hair grows, well, quite a lot. Do you see what I'm trying to... Okay, my delicious little babies, you know, and under my arms, you know, so probably, I don't know, you know, after a couple of days, you know, well, you know, just need to be shaved again. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? Well, I've noticed now, I must have gone, what? Is it about a week? And my hair under my arms is not growing, my delicious little babies. It's not growing at all. Okay, my delicious little babies. So I'm not really sure about what's going on there, but I'll make you laugh, right? The only thing I can say is, I mean, well, really, I suppose that's a blessing, isn't it, my delicious little babies, you know? Because, you know, I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, it only takes you flipping a couple of minutes. Do you know what I mean, my delicious little babies, when you're in the old shower? But what was going on in my noddle was, my delicious little babies, okay? My thoughts was, well, I hope it doesn't stop growing anywhere else, my delicious little babies. I'm not going to be too happy about that at all. Do you know what I mean, my delicious little babies? Okay, so I just wanted to share that with you. Because you see, with me, my delicious little babies, I've got a habit. I've done it for decades, okay? I do not like hair on my arms. Okay, my delicious babies, I cannot bear hair on my arms, okay? So I have to shave that as well, okay? I shave my legs, and of course, you know, you shave under your arms, and of course, you know, you trim other areas. Okay, my delicious little babies, and so this is nothing new. It's what I've done for decades, my delicious little babies, okay? But when I noticed this, I never noticed at first, my delicious little babies, and I thought, well, where's my flipping hair? I've got no hair. I thought, where's it gone? It's disappeared, my delicious little baby. So anyway, I'll wait another couple of days. But you see, what my thoughts are, my delicious little baby, so on a serious note, but, you know, I'm only having the crack, you know what I mean? Well, actually, I'm flipping well not having the crack, you know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, you know, I don't want, you know, to stop growing in other places. Do you know what I mean? Like, I mean, dear God, Jesus Christ, Nazareth, thank you. But, you know, I've got a good head of hair here. Do you know what I mean? And everything. So the fact of the matter is that, you know, for it's all right, I can't keep a straight face when I'm saying it. But yeah, so, you know, I mean, what my thoughts are, well, what's happening, because there must be something, my delicious baby. Is it the water? Or something? Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies, okay? Because this isn't right. I've never ever known it where my hair under my arms, you know, under my pits has just stopped growing. I mean, I haven't done anything different that I can spare a thought of. So I do not know. Anyway, my delicious babies, maybe for some of you delicious little babies in the UK, if you're, you know, so very kind enough, anybody to listen to me, okay, my delicious little babies. I mean, it could be in the UK, it could be in other countries as well, my delicious little babies, but maybe you need to monitor, you know, how fast some of your hair's growing. My delicious little babies, okay, but I just thought I'd mention it. You know what I mean? On the 21st of February 2024, okay? Make a note of that date. Anyway, my delicious babies, but I'll let you know. I will give you an update if anything grows, okay? You know, like hairs, I mean, my delicious little babies, okay? But at the moment, there's not just one little tiny hair in sight. So that's really strange. It's been a week now. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? Anyway, So I thought I'd give you a, a bit of a, a rundown on things, you know what I mean, Martin Schlick babies, okay? And, also have a bit of we've got to have a bit of a lark, you know what I mean? We've got to have a bit of a laugh, haven't we, okay? Now then, so let's go on to the first one, Martin Schlick babies. And just before I come off that subject, I've got to say this. I mean, for some, it's a blessing, isn't it? You know, because, do you know what I mean? Because, for many, well, I've met some over the years, Martin babies, women over the decades, you know what I mean? Where, and men actually, not in that way, okay, with either. But they get a bit paid off, having to keep shaving all the time or getting waxes and, doing everything else, Martin babies. And of course, for some men, they go, oh, I've got to shave again. I've got to shave my birth race, my face again, my fizzog. Do you know what I mean, my delicious little babies, okay? Because some men, they like to be clean shaven, don't they? Do you know what I mean? My dad's always had, God bless him, has always had a beard. Do you know what I mean? He's always been really hairy as well. My delicious little babies, okay? He's never bothered him, actually. You know what I mean, my delicious little babies, okay? Some men are just hairier than others, aren't they? My delicious babies, oh no, but with me, my delicious babies, okay? This isn't too much information, I'm just having a conversation. For me, myself, personally, I love a man with a beard. I love a gentleman with a beard. I think they look super duper gorgeous and delicious. Well, not, you know what I mean? I'm just saying that, you know what I mean? I just prefer a man with a beard. Do you understand what I mean? And of course, you want a hairy chest, don't you? You don't want a man without a hairy chest, do you? I mean, not me personally. Others may differ, do you know what I mean? But over the decades, yes, men say, oh, we should never have to shave. Do you see what I mean, Martin Schlick babies? And sometimes, if they've got hair on the chest. I've even known men over the decades. I mean, this is something that I do not quite get myself, Martin Schlick babies. I've known men now, right, and I'm talking about not being nasty, Martin Schlick babies, but really vain, so vain, you're so vain. Do you know what I mean? You probably think there's something about you, you're so vain. Do you know what I mean? And they go and get all the flipping waxing done on their back and on their chest. I'm thinking, well, why? You're a man. Be a man. I've actually said it, over the decades. I mean, me personally, I'm going to be honest with you, my delicious babies, I'd never, ever, ever wish or ever want to go out with a man like that. Do you know what I mean? Because it's very clear to me that he would only ever put his damn self first. Do you understand what I mean, my delicious babies? Before any woman. Do you see what I'm saying to you, yes? But if you're a man, what you were born with, appreciate it. Do you see what I mean, my delicious babies, okay? So me personally, I've never been out with a man like that, and neither would I ever want to. I've never been and never will. Do you see what I mean? Yes, I believe that a man should be a man. Do you know what I mean? Should be manly. Do you know what I mean, my delicious babies? That's just my thoughts. Do you understand what I mean, my delicious babies? So anyway, that's all that to talk about that, my delicious babies. But of course, some men are clean shaven. Well, they're clean shaven, aren't they? I don't have a, it's not an issue. But if I had to have a preference, I prefer a beard. Do you see what I mean, my delicious babies? I just think they look more manly. You know what I mean, my delicious babies? Anyway. So, but I've got nothing against, you see, I dig myself a flipping hole, I do. You see, this is the trouble with me, my delicious babies. I personally do not see myself as really the trouble with me. I shouldn't even say that. It's just that sometimes, say if I say something, or even if I comment, or, which isn't a lot these days, no, I do not, okay? Well, for some unknown reason, it always comes across the wrong way, okay? My delicious little babies, but I do not mean it that way. Do you know what I mean? But with me, I'm just always putting my foot in it. Do you see what I mean? It's just the way I've been ever since I was a wee little bairn, little child. I've always been the same. Do you know what I mean? It's like sometimes I'm not going to say that I do not think first, because like I said, if you have to think, it means no. But because I tend to say what my thoughts are, do you see what I mean? And then it comes out. But then sometimes others, God bless, could get the wrong end of the stick. You know what I mean? Crossed wires. Do you see what I mean? And then they take it all offensive when I do not mean it offensively. Do you see what I mean, my little baby? So I just want to say that as well, you know, because in life, I do not mean any harm. Do you know what I mean? I do not trouble anybody, and I do not expect anybody to trouble me. Do you see what I mean? I just want to live in peace, love and harmony, as I'm sure that you all do, my little babies. Anyway, what a way to start the video, my little babies. Anyway, so I was listening anyway. I jumped out of my juicy little shower this morning, my little babies, and I thought, oh, I'll listen to our lovely, and with anybody not in that way, okay, our lovely David Icke, yes. And yeah, he was telling you about in one of the videos, so you'd only have to type in search engine of your choice, my little babies, David Icke. So his first name and his surname together, .com, davidicke.com. And then on there, you know, they're showing you about, because it was, what was it, 2012, 2013, and what was it? It was some sort of meeting that took place in Moscow, you know, in Russia, okay? And, you know, but when others out there, so for any Putin lovers, my delicious babies, okay, like I said, I'm not saying that he does not talk common sense, because out of the leaders, he does seem to make more sense than what the majority of leaders around the world do, okay? But nobody can ever tell me. That's why I said months and months and months and months and months ago, who's zooming who? Okay? Because he's got to be being paid by somebody, my delicious babies, okay? Which brings me back to what I'm saying. So 2012 and 2013, there was some sort of a meeting that took place. The video is available to watch on our lovely davidicke.com, okay, my delicious babies. And it explains in a short video running all the way up to 2045, my delicious babies, you know. And it covers, you know, wanting to change, you know, one's man's noddles, shall we say. Okay, my delicious little babies. So you just need to listen to that, please, and thank you if you quite possibly have any time, my delicious little babies, okay? It's also on there as well that, you know, we must never forget, and I will never forget, and there are thousands of others who will never forget, when you know, when ones were led to believe, shall we say, my delicious little babies, okay, that a certain place was closed and nobody could go there, okay? Not closed, that's the wrong word, isn't it? But I mean, really, well, it was closed, wasn't it? Because there was a lot of footage with a lot of, was it TikTokers and everything, who were actually videoing the footage. Yes, it was closed. In fact, you know, you went in, it was completely empty. In fact, it looked really eerie. You do know what I'm talking about, my delicious little babies, if you follow me, okay? And, you know, so in that time, you know, others very sadly were suffering, weren't they, my delicious little babies, okay? So that's the best way to put it. Well, you know, if you take a look at our lovely davidicke.com, you know, there is just a short little video again, another little shorty, you know, just showing what was taking place, like TikTok dances, and I'm going to mention it again, my delicious little babies, do you see? So no, do not forget. I certainly do not forget, my delicious little babies, and I shall never forget, ever. Okay, my delicious little babies. So yes, the ones need to see what's going on, see. So when they say that for the Putin lovers out there, my delicious little babies, that Putin, you know, he's not part of it and Russia's not part of it. Well, you see, I've been saying and knowing there we are a long time. Do you see what I mean, my delicious babies? And of course, you know, our lovely David Icke and his lovely dear little sons, they've been done same for years, you know, for a long time. Do you see what I mean, my delicious babies? Okay, but it seems to me that for others, only from what I hear, you know, when you hear on other YouTube channels, or could even be BitChute or anywhere actually, okay, that it seems others seem to have a rather different viewpoint. Do you know what I mean? So you know that over in Russia and everything, that it's all very innocent. Well, no, not at all, my delicious little babies. And in fact, when you look globally, okay, my delicious little babies, there isn't one leader in the world who I feel is ever been truly honest. Do you understand what I mean? Okay, towards their populations, you know, they've always done something, you know, to upset the apple cart. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little baby? See, I'm stumbling there. Apple cart. So, what's that old-fashioned saying? What's that old-fashioned saying, my delicious little babies? You know, when the apple does not fall very far from the tree. Excuse me, my delicious little babies, do you say? So, of course, you know, if they're trained a certain way, let's just say they're trained a certain way, then, of course, well, that's the old-fashioned saying, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? So, you know, the apple does not fall far from the tree. Okay? But, of course, as we very well know, there's another word, isn't there, my delicious little babies? And another word I would use for the leaders around the world, my delicious little babies. There's a word, isn't there, in the dictionary called trickery. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? So it's trickery, and what we seem to be experiencing, okay, my delicious little babies, appears to be as well treason and tyranny, okay, my delicious little babies, okay. Oh, and there's another video as well, just another shorty again, my delicious little babies, so I thought I'd get it all in now. That's, yeah, on our lovely davidicke.com's website as well, which you got your man there talking, and what he's talking about is, you know, and it's all to do with the trafficking and everything. And, well, it's the governments, the putrid governments, there we are, who are doing this. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? Which, of course, you know, we already know, don't we? Anyway, this leads me on to say, my delicious little babies, where do I go first? Where do I begin? Haven't done that for months, have I, my delicious little babies? Oh, that man who played the part, you know, he had a blonde hair and then he was with the woman with the dark hair in that film. You know, where do I begin? That film. What was it called? Love Story. Oh, he passed away. When did I see it now? Was it last week? It was last week on YouTube. My delicious little baby's just come up on my feed. Yeah, he passed away. I thought to myself, oh, that was a really good film, that was. A very sad film, but a really good film. Do you know what I mean, my delicious babies? Anyway, so this leads me to my first, and maybe if you like to care to take a look at the year of that film, my delicious little babies, okay? Have to see what was going on there. Well, there we are, in the world around that time. Now then, oh yes, this one here, that doesn't mean no, my delicious little babies. First one, this is on YouTube, my delicious little babies, the old YouTube, my little chucky eggs. This uploader happens to have 2.76 thousand subscribers, my delicious little babies, okay? Now then, so, you know, he's quite small, but I'm sure that he will prosper, my delicious little babies. I mean, I do not know, I do not mean small as in heart or anything. What I mean is like a small channel, a baby channel, but I'm sure he will prosper, okay? Now then, he's called Joe Vlogs, VLOGGS, Joe Vlogs. Okay, my delicious little babies, he's just come up on my feed this morning, okay, for some strange reason. Anyway, I have no idea why. Sometimes this happens, my delicious little babies, and then if I want to mention something, then I'll mention. If I do not feel the need to mention, well, simple things, I just will not mention it anyway. So the video should read, okay, my delicious little babies, and that doesn't mean no. Right, migrant hotel security and staff panic station. I'll just repeat that again for you, my delicious little babies. Migrant hotel security and staff panic station. Yes, So basically, what your uploader does is he's filming, okay, and he goes to this to this hotel, okay, Mad Delicious Babies. Now apparently, only according to what I heard him say, that apparently Channel 4 covered this, okay, where they too went to the hotel. Okay, Mad Delicious Little Babies. Now, anyway, so he was just having a little look around. You know, he's just filming. It's not long. I'd probably say, I don't know. I don't know. I think under 20 minutes long, Mad Delicious Little Babies. Anyway, I watched all this early this morning, Mad Delicious Babies, okay? So, as he's walking around, and he's, you know, just looking at the windows and everything, okay, he's having a walk, and he says, right, he said, I'll walk back again. Okay, so he walks in one direction, walks back. He said, I'll walk back in. And he shows you all the backs and everything, you know, the push backs, you know what I mean, okay. Bicycle, bicycle. Okay, there were lots of bicycles. Do you see what I mean, Mad Delicious Little Babies? Anyway, so as he's walking back, where the migrants were having breakfast, Mad Delicious Little Babies, which apparently he said it looked to him a little bit like a buffet breakfast, Mad Delicious Little Babies. Anyway, well, they started to close the curtains. So as he was walking, they'd spotted him. So, you know, somebody had spotted him, the uploader, yes? Joe Vlogs. But as they spotted him, they started to close the curtains. That's right, okay? So get it right, Carla, get it right, okay? So he started to walk back anyway. So security came out and, you know, basically said to him not to use his dog and bone to film. So the uploader then said to the security guard, you know, outside this hotel in the UK, Mad Delicious Babies, he says, well, hold on. He says, but you're filming. So what your security guard man there then said was, well, it's all right for him to film, the security guard, but it's not all right for Joe Vlogs to film. Well, that's not very fair, is it? Mad Delicious Little Babies. I mean, that's not very sociable at all, is it? Well, then, what then happened was the chef came out. Oh, chef, yeah. There's been a few chefs, hasn't there? Very sadly, lost their lives, hasn't there? Mad Delicious Little Babies. You know, when they're working for certain places. Seems to happen over the pond in America, doesn't it, Mad Delicious Little Babies? Yes. So, anyway, so basically, they close the curtains and everything to get to the point. And to me, they are hiding something, Mad Delicious Little Babies. Why would you want, if you've got nothing to hide, then why on earth would one want to close the curtains, Mad Delicious Little Babies, okay? So, well, of course, that stinks to high heaven, doesn't it, Mad Delicious Little Babies, do you say? So, I'm just wondering, actually, whether that's a hotel owner. I'm just wondering whether he's got a load of, what do they call them, AK-47s lying about. Just wondering whether he does as well, Mad Delicious Little Babies, if you're following me. Do you see what I mean, Mad Delicious Little Babies? Yes? Okay? So, yeah, well worth a little watch of that, Mad Delicious Little Babies, okay? I have not, in all honesty, watched any more of his videos, so I do not know. Like I said, he's only just come up on my feed this morning, okay? But, yeah, I'd take a little look at that, yeah. Which, of course, you know, as we very well know, these hotel owners and bed and breakfast owners in the UK, you know, the greedy little money-hungry pieces of effing shat who sacked their staff for ka-ching, ka-ching, ka-ching. Do you see what I mean, Mad Delicious Little Babies? Were quite happy to take the ka-ching, weren't they? Mad Delicious Little Babies, but it seems very much to me, I mean, why would somebody want to close the curtains just simply if you're just eating your breakfast? Mad Delicious Little Babies, well, you wouldn't want to, would you? I mean, surely you want to bring in the light. Because I know I do. Me personally, I do not even like curtains closed. I've been like that since I was a wee bairn. There's something about it, I just do not like curtains closed. Do you know what I mean, Mad Delicious Little Babies, okay? Anyway, So that's that. So I just thought I'd tell you that, my delicious little babies. Now then, the next one, because it's not that. I just, believe that windows are the eyes to the soul. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? Okay, and there's nothing better than being able to look out of a window and see nature and see life and see everything. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? Okay. But of course, I have known over the decades, some who they permanently, God bless them, may keep their curtains closed because it's a bit like a form of depression, it's just like they just want to shut the world out. Well, I'm the opposite, my delicious little babies, I just have them, whoo, as open as possible, my delicious little babies, do you say, okay? Anyway, so the next one, okay, this is very sad. Actually, let me get to this one first. This is on BitChute, my delicious little babies. Okay, now there is other videos on there. There are other videos on there, my delicious little babies. Okay, but with BitChute, when I mention about the uploader, you only have to click on the little square part. Okay, and then you can then look at other videos, my delicious little babies. So this one on BitChute. Uploader happens to have 22,722 subscribers. My delicious little babies, so 4 2s. Okay, my delicious little babies, so 22722. Okay, the uploader is called Vote. So instead of Bert, it's Vert. So VOAT. Okay, my delicious little babies. Now then, search engine of your choice, my delicious little babies. All you have to type in please and thank you is Vote. Okay, space bar, then BitChute. Okay, my delicious babies, and then you should have reached your destination. Okay. Now, this video is only 13 seconds long. Look at that, 13, the number 13. Okay, my delicious little babies, because they do like numbers like 13, 11, 17, okay, 6, 3, you have to look at the numbers, my delicious little babies, okay, 9, okay. This simply says, my delicious little babies, US dollars, yes, ka-ching, minted in China. Good old China, again. Okay, my delicious babies, and I've got nothing against China. Anyway, I don't even have to go down that road. I've got nothing against them personally. Anybody would know that anyway. Okay, my delicious babies, anybody who knows me knows, okay? But yeah, very interesting, and you see your man there, your Chinese man, and he's holding up the, all of these, ka-ching. Do you see what I mean, my delicious babies? Super duper short video, okay? Well worth a little look. Okay, my delicious babies. I mean, at first, maybe you would have thought, okay, maybe it could be wallpaper, because, I suppose ones do things like that, don't they? They like to have different types of wallpaper, maybe some like the dollar signs or something, you know what I mean? But no, this is definitely, from what I could see, printing. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? Anyway, but of course, they're telling us all over the world, aren't they, that the, to the digital and everything. Do you see what I mean, my delicious babies? So why on earth would in China be printing dollars? My delicious little babies. Dollars American, isn't it? My delicious little babies, yes. Next one. Sorry, excuse me. My delicious little babies. This is with the same uploader. So once you've seen that super duper short video on BitChute, my delicious little babies, it's a case of clicking, like I said, on the bottom right, left hand, sorry, and you click on there where it says Vert, and then you'll see the others. Well, I mentioned I've been doing my YouTube channel now for over 2 years now, okay, my delicious little babies, okay, and I happen to mention, we're going back to what, the 1930s, okay, my delicious little babies, you'd only need to go on quack, quack, duck, duck, my delicious little babies, because that's my favourite search engine, duck, duck, quack, quack, okay, and, well, and then, maybe play around with it a bit, if you know what I'm saying, yes, and then, you'll be able to find lots of information on it. My delicious little babies, just going over the letters. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? Anyway, this video should read, My delicious little babies. Human, animal, hybrid are real. Yes, my delicious little babies, because like I said, I looked at this, there we are, years back, okay, on DuckDuckGo, okay, and you will see actual photographs and everything of this, okay, my delicious babies, but this particular one here, it's just so sad. My delicious little babies. I mean, this poor little monkey, okay, you know, these little baby ones, yes, okay, there they are, pulling its poor little arms back and everything, right, and then when you look here, well, there's something else, my delicious little babies. I mean, the poor little monkey's eyes, the eyes are popping out, God bless, and then before they cut off the video, it looked like the poor little monkey was having some kind of a seizure. My delicious little babies, do you see? I mean, it's just wicked and putrid. But if you look at, like I said, on DuckDuckGo, and, you know, like I said, play around with it a bit, you know, just type in different words and everything, okay? Because, you know, some things, you know, usually with DuckDuckGo, you usually find something on the first page or the second page. But I suppose if they're wanting to, what's that word I'm looking for? Even with DuckDuckGo, God bless, but you know, if they want to bury it, do you see what I mean? And they'll just make it, there we are, just that little bit more difficult for you. Okay, my delicious babies, I've only just noticed that actually rather recently. Okay, my delicious babies, I did mention it actually on another one of my videos. Anyway, poor little thing. All you would have wanted to do was just hold it and cuddle it. Do you understand what I mean? But no, the putrid. Do you know what I mean, my delicious little babies? Yeah, see, I'm stumbling on that. Wicked and flipping evil. The evil live. Do you know what I mean, my delicious little babies, okay? Should just leave nature alone. Anyway, my delicious babies, the next one, okay, so we've got to steam through this. Oh yes, this is on BitChute, my delicious little babies. This one here, well, this uploader happens to have 2,677 subscribers, my delicious little babies. So 2,677,000 subscribers, okay? Now, the uploader is called The Fat Emperor. The Fat Emperor. Okay, my delicious little babies. Now then, the video should read, latest insane laws passed. You won't believe this. Okay, my delicious little babies. So I'm just going to repeat that again for you, shall I? Latest insane laws passed. You won't believe this. Okay, my delicious babies, yeah. Well, it turns out that France has now passed a law where if anybody, say, I have to be careful with my wording here, my delicious little babies. Say, for example, if somebody wants to advise, put it a different way, maybe somebody advised them against doing something, my delicious little babies, if you're following me. Okay, my delicious little babies, yes. Well, apparently, what is it? Is it 50,000 euros? Please don't quote me. I'm pretty sure it's 50,000 euros, I think. I know it's 45 or 50 anyway. And 3 years, my delicious little babies, going somewhere else. Okay, my delicious little babies. That's the law that's been passed. And apparently as well, I do believe that some of this goes back to 2016. You need to listen to the video, my delicious little babies, okay? But I mean, this is a bonkers and crackers and crazy world that we're in. My delicious little babies, what they're saying is, so you're not even allowed to advise somebody, you know, to give them good advice. No, apparently not in France. No, that's not allowed. My delicious little babies, apparently. Anyway, well, he's a piece of shit, isn't he? Here's another one, Macron. Do you know what I mean, my delicious little babies? But of course, with all of them, when you look at all of them, I keep saying the same thing now, isn't it? You know, little men in little suits. And I was sparing a thought, actually, yesterday evening about that word suit. If you, for some reason, I like to spell suit like as in flute. So I like to spell suit as in S-U-T-E. My delicious little babies. I just think it looks better. my delicious little babies, the word looks better. But if you look at the word suit, that's spelled S-U-R-T, well, it looks like suet. Suet. So, I mean, say if you look at a solicitor or a lawyer, do you know what I mean? They're in a little suet, aren't they? Because they're going to sue somebody else, aren't they, my delicious babies? I know what I'm talking about, my delicious babies, but when I look at the word suit, it just doesn't look right. The word doesn't look right, if you know what I mean. I know what I'm saying, my delicious little babies. Do you see what I'm saying? Yes? T-R-U-S. Anyway, not to worry, my delicious babies. Sometimes I go into my own little world. Anyway, I'm flipping sweating at the moment. I love little piggies. It's a figure of speech. I'm sweating like a P-I-G. Right now then, my delicious babies, yeah, so that's what's going on there then. But of course, you know, like the uploader said, God bless, and of course with any of them I'll repeat once again, not in that way, not in that way. Well, he was just done saying that we just need to keep our eyes on this, do you know what I mean? Because really you do, you have to keep your eyes and ears open with all of these things now, do you see what I mean, my delicious babies? Anyway, so I've only got 3 left, so I'm just going to go run through this super duper quick now. So this is one that I hadn't seen for a while, but I could not remember how to spell it, you know, to put it into YouTube. His name is Veritas Vincit. I'll just spell that for you, my delicious babies. V-E-R-R-T-A-S, then a space, Vincit, V-I-N-C-R-T. Okay, my delicious babies. He's still at the moment on, this is from quite a while back, 10.2 thousand subscribers, my delicious babies. So he does not seem to have moved much, so we need to get those numbers up, okay? I haven't seen him for some months now, okay? But what he was talking about today, and it's ever so bizarre because it came up on my feed. It's not a long video, my delicious babies. I think it's about, I don't know, about 10 minutes long or something. But he's got a very, what you would call a very calming energy, my delicious babies, in the UK. And what he's talking about, so yeah, he kicked it off by saying that, you know, our Brummie, Birmingham City Council in the UK, yeah, well, of course, you know, we're aware because they, you know, claimed that they were flipping bankrupt and everything, yes, okay. But apparently, because they've got no ka-ching, okay, what they're going to start doing, you know, the lamps, you know, to light up the street, is they're going to start dimming them. Martin baby, so they're going to start dimming the lights. So I remember going back decades, okay? We went through the decades where, when I was little, I'm talking about now. So we went through the stage where, you know, there wasn't a lot of lampposts with lights. And then as we got a bit older, you know, I'd probably say when I was about, I don't know, it's got to be in my early teens. Then they started to have lots of lights, and of course in the parks and everything, everywhere was lit up. Do you know what I mean? So you never sort of felt as if you were walking around and that it was dangerous. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? Well, now, and even over the lake, over the back, my delicious little babies, well, you know, in one part of the park, okay, and the other part of the park, there's very little lampposts. My delicious little babies, mind you, there's very little lampposts and there's very little bins as well. My delicious little babies, you know, we're back to the bins again, aren't we? My delicious little babies, do you say? So, of course, you know, they're not happy, you know, for the fact that, you know, we must have light. Do you see what I mean, my delicious babies? No. So they want to dim it now. What, trying to save electricity? Okay. So where exactly does all of this electricity run from? I know what I'm saying, my delicious little babies. You know, I mean, could it be? I'm only, you know, just food for thought, that, you know, the lights anyway, I would have imagined was probably run off all of our electricity anyway. My delicious little babies. I mean, I'd already done shorts videos, didn't I? Little tiny shorts videos, my delicious little babies, do you say? It seems that they have no problem, and the little lackeys, using what we pay for, electricity, my delicious little babies, are you following me? Do you see? So who exactly pays for the lamppost, the lights, to be on? That's all I'm asking. I mean, we could be told one thing, just food for thought, but maybe it's something else. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? Just a thought, just a thought. Do you see? Anyway. So, yeah, so we've been hearing about that. And he was also talking about, on the roads. Well, I mean, come on. I've been saying it, for nearly 2 years on my videos. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? I've been done seeing it. Especially after something, okay? Ones are driving flipping effing crazy, okay? Not just driving slow, I'm talking proper bombing it, speeding, my delicious little babies, okay? So I've been seeing this long time. So when he mentioned that, God bless him, I just thought, well, do you know what I mean? I thought, you are right. I've been spotted long time. Do you see what I mean? Okay? So maybe some of them are on, I don't know. I mean, the way that they were driving is like they're on some sort of flipping Valium or something. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies, okay? But he's also talking about maybe there's a change in, which there we are, which I would have connected anyway. And I did by saying on my videos, because if somebody's driving at that speed, what is on their mind, on their noddle at the time? My delicious little babies. And of course, you've got himself. You've also got Reverend Simon Sideways, okay, with him as well. And they're talking about, so the ones who come to our country, yes, and they're driving, say, in the wrong direction. Well, I've had that myself, and I remember that in my little metro. My delicious little babies, not long after I started to drive. Okay, my delicious little babies. So what year was that? How long have I been driving now, my delicious little babies? I'm asking you. I should flip in there. 2005. Okay, my delicious little babies. And in the same year, I bought a little Metro, a little metallic green Metro. Oh, lovely little Metro. So I love that little car. But the main thing went on it, yeah. I was doing my flipping care work at the time, wasn't I? My flipping engine blew up, my delicious little babies. So I was stranded. Do you know what I mean? That had to be collected, God bless, okay? Oh, my poor little car. There's nothing you could do. The major thing had gone on it. Anyway, my delicious little babies. And I remember I was down by, where was I down by? Castle Vale. Okay? And I'm driving just normally in this flipping car, and I got, my passengers in the car, my delicious little babies, okay? And, well, the fact of the matter is, yeah, that's right. Who did I have in the car? Yeah, I had my beautiful little, well, how I love them so, my beautiful little baby daughter's dad, and I had, I think did I have two of his brothers or one of his brothers in the car and one of his friends in the car when I was driving. And coming at me, right, which they should not have been anywhere near where I was driving, yes, flipping the car, coming straight at me. I thought, bloody hell, I thought, is this just flipping happened? I had to flipping swerve over, and of course there's traffic there. So you've got the traffic there, you've got the traffic here, that's me. Then you've got traffic here, yes? And then the other side is where you go the opposite way, okay? So I had to indicate quickly, it put me in a slight panic, my delicious little babies. And then I had to just swerve over, do you see what I mean? But again, it's driving in the wrong direction. And not only that, but he was doing it all the way up the flipping road. It was a man driver, your man there. So obviously he must have been another coming to the country. Do you understand what I mean? Doesn't know how to use the flipping effing roads properly. But this is nothing unusual, my delicious little babies. There's loads of accidents. There we are. There's loads. And especially down the road from me and up the road as well, where you turn, because it's a bit of a dodgy bend there. Do you know what I mean? You've got to be a little bit careful, and sometimes they miss they forget the turning. There's another one as well. and there's been a number of crashes there as well. You know, they seem to go into the railings. Do you see what I mean? Mad Delicious Little Babies. Anyway. So yeah, but he's really good to listen to. Mad Delicious Little Babies is Veritas Vincit. But like I said, and so is Reverend Simon Sadwell. Not in that way, not in that way with anybody, okay? It's just all I like to do is give out the information. If I find that a video is useful in some way, do you say? But I was done saying it long time about the driving. It's crackers, absolutely bonkers. I mean, I've even seen, you know, I hate those big massive lorries, you know, and I was driving or flipping, and then you're sandwiched in between two massive lorries. I'm like, I freeze. Do you know what I mean? I'm just like a little pigeon, do you know what I mean? Just so I can get away from them. But I've actually seen over my decades, Mad Delicious Little Babies, okay, and in recent years as well, where, you know, these, what do they call them? These, with the foreign number plates. Yeah, they're driving there we are, they're driving all over the place, Mad Delicious Little Babies, do you say? They're not quite sure what side to drive on. So really, this is nothing new to me, but they're interesting videos to listen to. Do you see what I mean? And especially if you live in the UK. And for those of you who do not live in the UK, you know, it's a good way of keeping up to date with certain things. Do you see what I mean, Mad Delicious Little Babies? Anyway, final two. So, oh yes, YouTube, Mad Delicious Little Babies. This is YouTube now, so we're switching over to YouTube. So this uploader happens to have 34.3 thousand subscribers, Mad Delicious Little Babies. So 34.3 thousand subscribers, Mad Delicious Little Babies, okay? Now then, this uploader is called Lou, as in, you know, Lou, L-U, okay, Mad Delicious Little Babies, amazing, M-A-Z-R-N-G. Okay, Mad Delicious Little Babies. The uploader is called Lou Mazing, okay, on YouTube. Now, the video should read, okay, oh my God, which means OMG, okay, here. Kane West, and Dave Chappelle were right all along. Wendy Williams is under attack. I'm just going to repeat that again for you, shall I, Mad Delicious Little Babies? OMG, Kane West and Dave Chappelle were right all along. Wendy Williams is under attack. Now, you're probably wondering, why am I mentioning this, which is usually totally different to what I normally do. I'm going to explain why, because I was done talking about Kane West, and I will say God bless him. Okay, and I'll stand by, there we are, I'll stand by that, okay, because he was tret, and I did say on another couple of my videos, okay, going back months and months ago, that, you know, and I watched plenty of footage on Kane West, not in that way, to know that something, there we are, ding, ding, dong, dong, was wrong here, okay, and it wasn't himself, okay. His normal personality is, there we are, is pleasant. Do you see what I mean? But for those of you who will already know Mad Delicious Little Babies, but for others, Delicious Little Babies, you may not know. Well, I mean, as far as I'm concerned, God bless him, but there we are. He went to hell and back. Absolutely to hell and back. Okay? But it's a really interesting little video. Now, it's only about just over 8 minutes long. Just over 8 minutes long. Okay, Mad Delicious Little Babies. Well worth a little listen to that, okay? And of course, you know, he talks about Prince and Michael Jackson and Bruce Lee and Brandon Lee, and God bless them all, and Bob Marley, God bless them all. Do you understand what I mean? And he mentions, do you see what I'm saying? But you have to follow what he's saying. Please and thank you, Mad Delicious Little Babies. But yes, I mean, it's just such a shame. There we are, what happened. Do you understand what I mean? Okay, but I've watched plenty of footage to know that it wasn't him. Okay, and I know this, there we are, for a fact. Okay, it's to do with something else. Anyway, and finally, my delicious little babies, okay, this one here is also on YouTube, okay, then I'm going to finish my video, okay, then I'm over and out, okay. So this uploader happens to have 25.8 thousand subscribers, my delicious little babies. This will just be a one-off, okay, 25.8 8,800 subscribers. Now, with me, I am not usually one to advertise news channels, okay? It's a rarity you would ever see me do that. For those of you delicious little babies who are used to watching my videos, to listening to myself, and God bless you all for that, okay, my delicious little babies. Anyway, I'm not putting myself down, okay? No, I'm certainly not. There's nothing wrong with me. Anyway, my delicious little babies, I mean, sometimes I can ramble on a bit, do you know what I mean? But generally speaking, I mean no harm. I never mean any harm, do you see what I mean? I'm just giving out information and just trying to help the planet. Do you see what I mean, my delicious babies? Anyway, but occasionally I will mention, so this uploader on YouTube, my delicious babies, and that's the end of my video. The uploader is called Boston, okay, Boston, then space 25, the numbers, and then news, space again, news. Boston 25 News. Like I said, this will be a one-off. This also, my delicious little babies, just come up on my feed. Look at that. Now then, the video should read, okay? And I thought I'd mention this today, my delicious little babies. Some delicious little babies you already know, but for other delicious little babies you may not know. Super skimmers, okay, my delicious little babies. The new way criminals are hacking your account, even if you don't swipe your card. Okay, my delicious babies, I'm just going to repeat that again for you, shall I? Super skimmers, the new way criminals are hacking your account, even if you don't swipe your card. Okay, so what I'm going to say to you here, my delicious babies, and I'm going to close my book, that's all the information for today. What I'm going to say here, my delicious babies, and this is another reason why this is only a couple of minutes long, just over a couple of minutes long, my delicious babies. So the videos that I've mentioned today are not long at all, okay, my delicious babies, okay? So the reason why I mentioned it is because some years back, okay, my delicious babies, and I must leave my video, okay? What was happening was, say if somebody went to the cash point, yes, and they tapped in their number, you know, with a fingerprint, then the chances are that either somebody could have got there first, shall we say, okay, my delicious little babies, or they would go after, okay? So whatever number was tapped in, yes, into the little keypad, okay, your PIN number, then somebody else would come along, so they'd be waiting, and this was years back in the UK, my delicious babies. That's what made me tell you about this today, to write it down. But I think that was about 2 weeks ago, and that was uploaded anyway on YouTube. My point is to all this, okay, that then whoever's like waiting in the background, in the wings, yes, shall we say, a figure of speech, then they come up and then they use something, okay, which they can see what numbers of the pin have been pressed. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? This was happening, there we are, years ago in the UK. Okay, my delicious babies. So let's fast forward to now. I haven't really heard so much of that over the years now, but it was, there we are, at one time, happening rather a lot. Okay, my delicious babies. Now then, so the reason why I mention this, so what they do, they put in, and they've got footage to show you, okay, just very short footage. So what they do is they put like this kind of really thin disc, okay, which goes into the machine, okay? And anyway, what these criminals are doing, they make these plastic cards, you know, just the same as a chip and pin card, okay? And then what they then do is they transfer all of the details, okay, from what they got, okay? And then there was this woman, God bless her, who had had £1,000, you know, smackaroonies, ka-ching, removed from her account, okay? My delicious little babies, okay? I thought I'd mention it, but like I said, for some of you delicious little babies, you will already know this. For other delicious little babies, you may not, okay? But I just thought it's better to say. But the reason why I do not talk about a lot of the, to do with the news channels is because, you know, usually it's very far-fetched and, you know, and they do talk a lot of bullshit. Do you see what I mean? That's even on the alternative. Do you understand what I mean, my delicious little babies, okay? So that's not being nasty, I'm just done saying it, okay? The point is to this, they're saying, oh, you shouldn't be scared to use, you know, but what they were talking about is it's better for you just to go ding, like that, with your chip and pin. See, I'm stumbling again on this. to go ping like that. I'm just wondering, my only thought here, Marty Sugar is to call me suspicious, okay, is why they to keep encouraging the ding, okay, Marty Sugar Babies. Now, I also know to do with this ding business, which I've known rather, there we are, a long time about this. You see, things get put to the back of my noddle, Marty Sugar Babies, and when something like this, there we are, comes up, and then I flipping remember again. Well, with that, Marty Sugar Babies, to do with that, we just did that, right? It's where I noticed at one time, I do believe, if my man serves me correctly, you could only sort of go up to about 30 quid with that, you know. So instead of like putting your number in and everything like that, you just go bleep like that, okay? But it seems to have gone up. I don't know how it is now, Marty Sugar Babies, but it seems to have gone up rather a lot, okay? So I'm just wondering why they slipped that in as well. That's all I'm saying, my delicious little babies, okay? So, you know, I look at other things as well, other things. Do you see what I mean, my delicious babies? Anyway, that's the end of my video, so that's off. So, you know, wherever you are in the world, okay, have a super duper and delicious time. You only get one life. Very true, that is, my delicious babies. And sending each and every one of you peace, love, harmony and bright blessings, okay? So much love to you all, okay? And if it's morning, afternoon or evening, have a super duper wonderful and delish day, okay? So until my next video, I know I've rambled on, but sometimes I do that, okay, my delicious babies? So much love, take care, until my next video. Thank you so very much once again for listening, for any likes, for anything, okay? But most importantly, if you do listen, for watching the videos that I give suggestions of, information, you know, and that it helps you and others in some way, okay, my delicious babies? So we'll meet again, don't know where, don't know when. Much love, God bless, babies, bye-bye.